Hey guys, DarkMata from BedlamBrothers here, and welcome to the Wonder Woman episode of School of Legends. Today I'm going to be looking at Wonder Woman. She can be purchased for 1,000 marketplace cash. Wonder Woman's movement mode is flight. This is a basic movement mode, but the only thing to really mention is that you can click in and out of supersonic flight. Wonder Woman's health is 6,552. This is roughly 5% lower than the base level of HP for characters I've tested so far. As with all characters, blocking counters your opponent's lunge attacks. Throughout the series you'll see each character's lunges, so take note and learn when to block. Wonder Woman's combat style is the shield, which is unique for her because as it stands, she is the only shield user in the Legends roster. Her lunge moves you closer to the target and counters any range attacks. As always, you should take a moment to look at Wonder Woman's combat list and get familiar with it to become more effective at hand-to-hand combat. Talking about shield combos, it is worth mentioning that it is an extremely fluid and dynamic weapon. For the melee side, the combos can be chained in a very interesting way by activating lunges at any point during the combo. Unlike most weapon combos, activating the lunge isn't the end. You'll actually be able to carry on performing new additional combos after this point. This means that in theory, you can perform melee combos indefinitely without reaching an end. Obviously I don't advise doing that as your opponent will simply block, but it's worth pointing out how unique the shield weapon is. Unlike with most weapons where I point out some of my favourite combos, I can't really do that with the shield as all the combos are fragments that you can chop and change and combine together to make unique and diverse combos. On that front, it's down to you to grab a shield and head to the sparring dummies and experiment different combinations until you get used to the feel of it. The results will definitely be worthwhile if you put the practice in, believe me. As these are melee combos, they are vulnerable to block at any point. Given how unique and complex the melee side of the shield weapon is, you might be relieved that the range side closely resembles martial arts. So if you're familiar with martial arts weapon, you won't have much to learn here. With shield, tapping range attack will not block break a blocking opponent, but is still vulnerable to being lunged. To block break with the shield, you need to use the held range attack which can block break on the first, second and third hit. This attack is also susceptible to being lunged. It is important to vary between melee and range attacks in order to trick your opponent and make sure you win the counter for your immunities. Moving on to Wonder Woman's power moves starting from left to right. First is called Amazonian Aegis. This is a close range AoE attack that damages and knocks back opponents. Her second move is called Lasso Thrash. This deals a series of slashes in the area you're looking at, stunning and damaging multiple targets. This move is vulnerable to being blocked. Her next move is called Monolith. Wonder Woman rips a rock out of the ground which can be thrown or smashed on multiple opponents, grounding them. I strongly recommend always throwing the rock as it deals considerably more damage. The fourth move is called Truth Lasso. This stuns, pulls and damages a single target. You can also activate a combo with this power by holding melee where Wonder Woman boots her target after pulling them in. Also, this move is not vulnerable to being blocked. Her fifth move is called Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace can be a confusing move if you don't understand how it works. If you use it on its own, as you'll see here, it just does one hit for about 100 damage, which isn't that great, but there's more than meets the eye with this move. If you hold melee directly after activating this move, your melee hit will be transformed into a very powerful strike doing vastly increased damage. And the other point of interest is that this is a finishing move, meaning that if you use it on your opponent who has less than 35% health, you will do incredible damage, usually in the region of about 1200. The lunge is vulnerable to being blocked, but the speed of this move makes it hard to counter in time. And Wonder Woman's last move is called Brace of Deflection. Wonder Woman activates her iconic Amazonian braces, which absorb damage and reflect damage back at attackers. This move stays active for about 6 seconds whether you're attacked or not. This move is usable while controlled. Overall, Wonder Woman is a fantastic cash character. She has a unique weapon that no one else in Legends has at the moment, a fairly solid health stat coming in at only 5% lower than base, a reflection shield move and a finishing move, which is a very rare move for a Legends character to have, and only the most recent additions are given finishing moves. It's true, if you're unfamiliar with the shield weapon, that you'll need to invest the time to figuring that out, but the rewards are definitely there if you put the time in. I want to compare her now to Catwoman. Her Lasso Thrash, Truth Lasso and Brace of Deflection move are all very similar to Catwoman's powers, but Wonder Woman has better health, a more diverse weapon and a finishing move to boot, so in a sense she's kinda Catwoman version 2.0. So if your go-to character is Catwoman, I strongly recommend upgrading to Wonder Woman because she has everything and more. If you're thinking about buying a cash character but you're not quite sure who, Wonder Woman is definitely up there as a top recommendation from me, because if you purchase her and master her abilities, you'll be a revered opponent in Legends. So why not give Wonder Woman a go and leave a comment to let me know how you got on. As always, check the video description where I keep you up to date with any changes that might happen to this character in future patches. Until next time, stay legendary.